Welcome back to the Flutter Flame Emperor Potato Sodcast. Don't forget to seize the spark. In our first episode, we gently dove into the world of Flutter, Tiled, Flutter Flame, Visual Studio Code, and the story of our game. Today, we're going to delve deeper into the practical aspects of game development using these tools. Let's blaze into Flutter Launcher Icons, acquiring game assets, and the difference between Flutter Widget and Flame components. First on our agenda is Flutter Launcher Icons. This is a dependency, also known as a package, that we can utilize to set the icon of our app. It's not a vital first step, it's just a step that you should definitely do before you go live. So in your pubspec YAML add Flutter Launcher Icons to your dependencies and follow the instructions on pubdev to get it into your app. Sometimes things may seem confusing or outside your realm of expertise. Allow me to contextualize. Every app needs an icon. Duh. For the app to work, it has to be filed in a particular place. Flutter apps also need icons. In fact, it needs an icon for every platform, but the beauty of Flutter is this is done for you from one asset. Configure the icons by specifying the image paths and desired sizes. After setting up, run the Flutter pub run Flutter Launcher Icons. Main command to generate the icons. Fire. I've mentioned Tiled. I also heavily rely on Sketch for my workflow. It, alongside Flutter, makes prototyping a breeze. Sketch allows for precise control over design elements, which can then be exported and used in Tiled to create detailed and interactive game levels. This combination streamlines the design process, making it easier to iterate and refine your game's visual elements. There is another way, one that is an ever-present force in society. That force is money. Understand that money is much like both blood and oxygen. Blood in that it circulates, nourishing all life as it goes from place to place, allowing for energetic processes to occur unconsciously. Oxygen in that can fuel fiery spirits to new heights, and it allows for energetic processes to occur subconsciously. Money is a tool for the alignment of ideas and action. It is not an object to be worshipped, but a force to be respected. I am emphasizing these points to get through to you that paying people within your community will cause a shift in consciousness, uplifting those around you, and orchestrating creative energies into a symphony of creation focused on your particular vision. Money is a tool that allows for energetic processes to occur consciously. Spend wisely. You need sprites, sprite sheets, game assets, play testers, quality assurance professionals, and above all else, a reason to keep going and build your project. If you have the vision, consider paying collaborators. You can contribute to someone else's livelihood in doing so. Alright, lit. Aseprite is another fantastic tool, especially for pixel art. It's a sprite editor and pixel art tool that lets you create 2D animations for your game. Aseprite is intuitive and offers a range of features to make the animation process smooth and enjoyable. Whether you're creating character sprites or environmental assets, Aseprite is a must-have in your game development toolkit. Lastly, let's understand the difference between a Flutter widget and a Flame component. Flutter widgets are the building blocks of your app's UI. They handle everything from layout to user interaction. Flame components, on the other hand, are designed specifically for game development. They provide a higher level of abstraction for managing game entities, physics, and rendering. While Flutter widgets are great for UI elements, Flame components are optimized for game logic and performance. Flutter widgets are designed to be declarative. You describe the UI state, and Flutter takes care of rendering it. Composable. You can build complex UIs by combining simpler widgets. Reactive. When the state of an object changes, Flutter automatically rebuilds the widget tree, reflecting those changes in the UI. Flame components are designed to be efficient. They minimize overhead to ensure your game runs smoothly. Game focused. They provide abstractions tailored to common game development needs. Flexible. You can extend and customize them to fit your game's requirements. Key differences. 1. Purpose and design. Flutter widgets, primarily designed for building UIs and apps. They handle layout, styling, and interaction in a way that's easy to manage and understand. Flame components, tailored for game development. They handle rendering, physics, and game logic, focusing on performance and game-specific functionality. 2. State management. Flutter widgets use stateful and stateless widgets to manage state. Flutter's declarative nature means you describe the UI based on the current state, and Flutter handles the updates. Flame components use a game loop to manage state and updates. The update method is called on each component in each frame, allowing for real-time state changes and interactions. 3. Rendering. Flutter widgets render using Flutter's rendering pipeline. Widgets are built on top of the Skia graphics engine, which provides high-quality 2D rendering. Flame components use Flame's rendering system, which is optimized for game performance. Components often deal directly with the canvas, allowing for fine-tuned control over rendering. 4. Interaction and input. Flutter widgets handle input through event listeners and gesture detectors. Flutter provides a rich set of widgets for managing touch, mouse, and keyboard interactions. Flame components handle input through Flame's input system. Components can listen for touch, keyboard, and game controller events, making it easier to handle complex interactions required in games. 5. Animation. Flutter widgets use the animation controller and tween classes to create smooth animations. Flutter's animation system is powerful and flexible, suitable for a wide range of UI animations. Flame components use Flame's animation components, which are optimized for sprite animations and game-related movements. This makes it easier to handle character animations, background scrolling, and other game-specific animations. When to use which? Use Flutter widgets for user interfaces, for menus, setting screens, dialog boxes, and other interface elements where typical app behavior is needed. Example, creating a start menu with buttons and sliders. Use Flame components for game elements, for characters, enemies, projectiles, and other game objects that need real-time updates and interactions. Example, creating a player character that moves and interacts with the environment. Integration. One of the strengths of using Flutter and Flame together is their ability to integrate seamlessly. You can use Flutter widgets for your game's UI and Flame components for the game logic and rendering. This hybrid approach allows you to leverage the strengths of both systems, creating a cohesive and efficient game.